welcome back to the channel. We are here today with another type of stitch. Now we're moving on the type of stitches that they have a different name if you are in the UK or if you are on the US. So the one that we're gonna do today, if you are seeing a pattern made by a person from the UK, we will be telling you it's a double crochet. If you are seeing a video tutorial following a US terminology, they will say this is a single crochet. I actually like to call it single crochet because you're gonna see now, it makes more sense the US terminology than the UK one. I'm so sorry, I'm Spanish, so it's absolutely fine. That doesn't make a big difference, but I want you to keep that in mind because let's say on the UK, single crochet does not exist. So the minute you listen single crochet, you know it's US terminology, but you need to know it is a double crochet if you are on the UK, because later on we will learn in other videos that the US has a terminology for double crochet and it's a completely different style of stitch, okay? I don't wanna make your head too full with this, but keep that in mind. I always gonna try in every single tutorial that I give you to remind you this US terminology, UK terminology, but today we are doing the UK double crochet, US single crochet. To start, we're gonna start like always with our slip knots. So remember, we take the end of our yarn, we hold it with our fingers, we go through our two fingers across, we make an X, hold it with your thumb, we pass it through, there we go, two yarns over there. We take our hook, we put it under, pull, and there goes our slip stitch. I show this in every single video. And then now what we're gonna do is our chains. We're gonna chain 10. That's easy peasy, so like that you can properly see what we're doing. So remember, we put the yarn over our hook, we pull through the slip knot, there goes one, yarn over, there goes two, yarn over, let me be closer, there go three, yarn over, four, yarn over, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And because my project, I want it to be 10 stitches, we're gonna do one more chain, which is gonna be our 11 chain, and that's gonna make sure we are working on 10 stitches. Remember how we count our chains? I'm gonna put it close in my hand. You can see the V's. So every V, it is one chain. So we have chain number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay? So there goes our 11 ones. Now, last video, we learned how to do the slip stitch. The slip stitch, honestly, is to close projects. I try really hard on that video to do turbos, but it's nearly impossible, where this one is one that you're gonna work a lot in it. So remember always when they say the first chain from the hook, they don't mean that one that you are actually on it, they mean this one, okay? So we're gonna put our yarn through one of the loops, okay? We're gonna yarn over, pull through, so this is really similar to the slip stitch, but right now we have two yarns on our hook. We're gonna yarn over one more time and we're gonna pull through. That's the difference between a single crochet or double crochet in the UK and a slip stitch, okay? So again, now we go to that one you see, we're already working it. We're gonna do this one. So our hook goes in, yarn over, pull through. Normally slip stitch is pull twice, right? No, we stay there. We have two yarns on our hook, yarn over, pull through. There you go, your second slip stitch. Let's do the rest. So yeah, it's really simple. Just go through the chain. The first rows are always a little bit more complicated just because the way how they look, and especially I know for you as a beginner, you will find it tricky, but just make sure your chains are always straight and you always go in what it will be the top loop of your chain. Forget about the bottom. Right now it doesn't make any sense to you, that's obvious, but you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you a second round, and then over there we are going to properly see the V's, which is the stitches, and then it's gonna be easier. And as soon as you put both of the loops over your yarn, your hook, sorry, you will be absolutely fine. Don't forget the last stitch. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky because it's the one from the slip knot, so it's quite tight. But once you achieve the end, what you're going to do is, first of all, have a look at what you've done and count your stitches to make sure we have what we need, okay? When you put it like this, you can see the V's. You can see how many stitches you have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. See, 10 stitches because we've done 11 chains. Now, what are we going to do is, you're gonna chain 1, so you repeat the same that you did before, yarn over and pull through, that's the chain. You're gonna flip your project, and we're gonna work on the first row of stitches, which is row 2, basically. I'm gonna point for you. You can see there, do you see those little holes over there? That's where you are going to put your next stitches. Okay, sometimes if it's a really small project, it's quite hard to see them, so you need to make sure where you're going. But as soon as you again go under the V, you should be safe. You do not have to do that first stitch. You already did the first stitch with the chain, okay? You're gonna go to the next one. You see that's your little hole over there, the V over your hook, and you see both of the loops over your hook. You yarn over, you pull through, you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through one more time, and there you go again, your stitch. Okay, we're gonna go on the next one. You see, when you pull it a little bit, you can see easily what it is. So again, you put your hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then that will be it. This is one of the simplest stitches ever. And I can tell you, you cannot imagine the amount of projects we can do only with this stitch, and they are gorgeous. I know for sure you're seeing all of these pictures online, that so many projects that some people do, and they look so pretty and so different and so everything, but you need to learn basics first. So I know these might sound like, oh no, I want to move faster. Well, I don't suggest it, because if you don't know how to do these ones, imagine harder stitches. And I could say mostly every project will have some of these stitch and chains and slip stitch and stuff like that. So you want to know the basics, okay? So that's what we're doing here, the absolute beginners crochet on absolutely basic stitches first. And then don't worry, really soon I'm gonna teach you all the hard stitches that make those projects even more special. Make sure you get that last stitch, okay? It's quite hard to find it at the beginning because it's kind of like twisting in between that first chain and the first stitch at the same time, but it is there. Don't forget it. We need it to make our 10 stitches, all right? So let me show you right now. This is how does it look. As you can see, it's really beautiful on its own, and you can do a lot of projects just with this stitch. On the top, as you can see, we have our next line of stitches, of V's, that we were supposed to work on them, but this is a little sample that I want to create for you. And as I mentioned in the video before, when you have the end of the yarn on your right hand side, means that's the front of your project, that's the right side, and then the back side will be if you have that end of the rope on your left hand. All right, I hope this was easy enough and good enough for you to practice this stitch, which I'm sure you're gonna love it. Give us a huge thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to press the notification bell, and don't forget to come back on the next one, where I will see you really soon. Bye.